On to you, Aquarius. So you have the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, the High Priestess, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Four of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. So you, Aquarius, the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, the High Priestess. So the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, and the High Priestess with you, for you, Aquarius, this represents how it is that a lot of you, Aquarius, are kind of feeling good about yourselves, that you can actually have that sort of freedom that you always wanted ever since you were a young one. And the reason why I'm saying that is because right now the Knight of Swords really represented a perspective or an idea of how people thought of you, right? But at the same time, the Chariot and the High Priestess represents kind of that spiritual discrepancy between what it is that you wanted and how you wanted to live your life, and how other people wanted you to live your life. And a lot of you, Aquarius, are really broken off from that, and a lot of you have become people that you feel proud of. When you look at those individuals in the mirror, a lot of you, Aquarius, feel proud of the reflection that you see back at you, looking back at you. As far as a lot of you, Aquarius, have determined for yourselves, you could be very much so worse off. You know, you could be in jail, you could be in prison, you could be, 6 feet deep. But a lot of you, Aquarius, realize that, you're better than where you were even so much as 6 months ago, and that, people try to take advantage of you the old-fashioned way by telling you that they like you or they love you just so that you can pay their bills. And then whenever it is that they're ready, they can break away from you. A lot of you, Aquarius, can see through that nonsense now. And that whatever expectations, again, the High Priestess, whatever kind of expectations that people had of you, where they thought that you maybe were stupid, or, they thought that you, Aquarius, were suckers for love because maybe you've had some family drama or something like this. The Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles represents you've put all of that doubtfulness that you once had behind you, and that a lot of you, Aquarius, are now ready to get to know other people again and try to see if you can be in a relationship with those people. If not, and if you're already in a relationship, a lot of you, Aquarius, already feel like you're in a relationship that seems to really be panning out and working out for you, right? It's something that you, Aquarius, are going to continue to be in, meaning the relationship, for the ones who are already in an established bond. Now the Hierophant. So you have the High Priestess and you have the Hierophant. You see, you understand what I'm saying? Counterparts. One is in green, which is right hand. One is in red, which is left hand, right? So, which is one of the things that they did do right. So the Hierophant now represents, because a lot of you, Aquarius, this is shaping up to be more of a spiritual reading, but in its totality, it still has something to do with love. It has something to do with self-love, because a lot of you, Aquarius, are like I said, you're proud at who it is that you're looking at when you look at the person in the mirror and you see those people looking back at you. You're not a jailbird. You're not someone that's ripping and running in and out of jail. You're not someone who, is in a constant spiral of a constant spiral of substances and stuff like. I told you they be racing, but you're not someone who's in situations with a constant spiral of substances. You're a person that's a clear-minded individual, and you've made some pretty good choices in life. So the Hierophant pretty much represents all of the sacrifices that you, Aquarius, have had to make regardless of how terrible it seemed now, you did make those sacrifices, and those sacrifices were definitely well worth it, because you wouldn't be where you are today if you didn't make that. But the Four of Cups represents how it is that, you know, and you're still willing to put yourselves out there because you're willing to put behind the past discrepancies that have been messing with you for a very long time. Now, I ain't gonna say a very long, yeah, I guess you could say that. Some can be a very long time as far as family is concerned. Some can be for relationships, which is short term. But for you, Aquarius, who are in an established bond, like I said before, you know, and this Four of Cups represents how funny the relationship ended up turning out to be, because when you initially started it, it wasn't something that you, Aquarius, would have originally thought would have worked out. So the Nine of Pentacles now is about you, Aquarius, always being able to be focused, right? Kind of like, how do I say this? In order to get rid of the in order to quiet the noise of the nonsense that was going on, a lot of you, Aquarius, was able to find something else to do and spend your time doing that, right? So a lot of you, Aquarius, happen to be in that type of situation where, because of this, that's part of why it is that you were able to make the very good decisions, you know. And considering the fact that you, Aquarius, are ready to begin dating, no one can really get you down anymore, because you now have a quiet place, right? And that's what it is that hobbies are really meant for. Hobbies are really meant to take away all the problems, get you to stop thinking about the problems that you have, and then also gives it enough space in between yourself and those problems, enough distance, so that maybe an answer can actually get in the middle of those two things, right? As opposed to you constantly thinking about it. But a lot of you, Aquarius, are not going to, you know, you're not going to be upset with relationships that don't necessarily work out. And for you, Aquarius, that happen to be in a relationship, an established bond, I would say that, you know, the two of you very much so keep each other company. And it's not like a crowding type of thing where it's like you, Aquarius, feel like you're crowded with this person and it feels like a chore having to hang out with them. So the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Wands now, it represents how you, Aquarius, a lot of you, Aquarius, have the mentality that there is someone out there for you and you're going to continue to keep looking, and which is very good, you know. It's a very good mentality to have. But for you, Aquarius, that are in an established bond, right, a lot of you, Aquarius, are pretty much standing back and paying attention and admiring to everything that you've built and the happiness that you've created for yourself based upon those said choices. So let's clarify some of these cards, right? Let's clarify the Hierophant. These cards are not. Let's clarify the Hierophant. Come on now. So to clarify, we have the Nine of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Right, this is a situation for you where, again, the Nine of Swords and the King of Pentacles is about, it speaks to very much so the sturdiness that a lot of you, Aquarius, have had. You know, sometimes the mind of an Aquarius can be very much so sporadic, because Aquarius deals with spontaneity, right? Unpredictability. But it also deals with the ups and downs, because if you've ever seen the symbol of Aquarius, it looks like two wiggly lines. A lot of people will think that that's the sign for water, and it can, because water conducts electricity, but that's actually the symbol for electricity / fire. But more so electricity, because fire can create electricity. But, electricity can create fire and vice versa. So the thing about it is that the King of Pentacles is really about how you remain sturdy now, as opposed to the way that you were when you were doubting. Like you were doubting the importance of why it is that you would date in the first place, and started to ask the question of what was the point of it all, right? The Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant is about but at the same time, you had to really take some time to really understand things, because you didn't necessarily just get the answer immediately. It took you a little while, you know, at whatever age you happen to be at now, to really understand the bigger picture for a lot of that. Now, you know, as to where the point of your existence. Now, let's clarify the Two of Wands. To clarify the Two of Wands, right? To clarify the Two of Wands, we have the Devil, the King of Swords, the Six of Swords, and the Star, which represents you, Aquarius, have chosen to be better individuals, right? Not just the Devil in that regard of lower natured Aquarius, where it's about getting people caught up with being trapped, right? So the King of Swords is, and the King of Swords represents Aquarius in the minor arcana. And then the Capricorn can represent Aquarius, the Devil can represent Aquarius or Capricorn. So this very much so, again, speaks to how you show up all over here, how it is that you see that holding on to the self-doubt would only really negatively or harshly impact you. And that the Six of Swords and the Star, which is Aquarius, all over this reading, right, really represents how you really are the person that makes your own universe, and that you were in control the whole time.